All right. Now, as for Bitcoin stuff, well, Grayscale is taking the battle to the SEC. So they are suing SEC for discriminatory reasons, saying that they allow Bitcoin futures ETF but do not allow spot ETFs. That's discriminatory. And plus, they basically feel like Gary Gensler has no idea what he's doing. So yeah, the U.S. is still one of the only countries left that does not have some sort of spot ETF or spot ETP, and you're seeing it all around the world. Our neighbor up on top, Canada, has their many ETFs. Australia has ETF. There's many countries in Europe that has ETPs, which is basically essentially it's very close. It's an exchange traded product, but a lot of them are they do hold on Bitcoin. Here's another one. 21 shares brings a Bitcoin ETP to the Middle East. So worldwide, we're seeing it everywhere except in the U.S. And Grayscale is sick of it, and that's why they are attacking the SEC. So SEC has a lot of battles that they are fighting right now. But as for Bitcoin, a couple interesting things. Number one, people have noted that the open interest with futures is skyrocketing right now. And whenever this happens, explosiveness occurs shortly. But we don't know if the open interest is long or short. This is just measuring open interest. So there's definitely a ton of people that are loading up something in anticipation of something. And it could be this big CPI data report. Okay. If CPI data goes down, inflation, it shows inflation has peaked, then maybe we get that explosiveness, right? Maybe we get some massive short squeezes going on. But if CPI data comes in horribly and inflation is still rising, well, then we may get the opposite. But there's something brewing and going, something's brewing. Something's going to happen. So watch out for that. And but here's someone marked Bitcoin trajectory since last June till now, and you could see if you compare it to the Wyckoff pattern, it's very, 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 very similar, right? So Wyckoff accumulation pattern is basically what the whales, what they do in terms of driving people out and accumulating, and you got to admit the two does look very, very similar. And this correlates with that futures open interest because we're at that point where accumulation is just about to start. So BNY Mellon, I talked about banks at the intro. BNY Mellon, which is the largest custodian for I guess of all the banks. I didn't know that, but anyways, they're going to start offering crypto custody service. Not that any of us would want to put our crypto in BNY Mellon. Everyone in crypto should be safeguarding their own crypto and storing their own crypto. But I guess if you're a large institution and you want to buy crypto, you don't want to store it yourself, well, then this is an option, right? But there are still a lot of banks that's jumping in because they also kind of know what's going on. At least their analysts do. That's why so many have turned so bullish on Bitcoin over this last year, despite the price going down. Is because they also recognize there's a lot of broken financial systems out there. So there's that. What else is happening? Well, this is an interesting chart. It's hard to recognize, but this is comparing 2018 bear market with us right now, but it's inverted. Okay, so this is inverted. So even though it shows that things are coming down, actually just showing that things are coming up. So if you look at it, this one trader is making an argument that we are this fractal pattern. This pattern that we're in right now is very similar to the previous one that we saw in 2018. And if it holds true, well, the next leg down where you see here is actually the next leg up, which is something that we could experience pretty soon, especially with so many things going on right now. Even some of the big boys of Wall Street, like Paul Tudor Jones, said that he believes it's time that Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? It's time for both of these to shine. He believes they will shine after this post-recession, and he's still a big believer, and still stocking up. So many people that have developed laser eyes, they know what's up. All right, what else is there? Bitcoin's volatility has dropped to the lowest since December 2020. So that's no surprise. Basically, all the retail investors left. And who's left in the market? The long-term holders. So that's really not a surprise, but it's good to know. And I also saw this, which is pretty good. Google partnered with Coinbase, so they're going to accept crypto payments for cloud services. So this is pretty good. We know Google has been partnering up with a lot of crypto companies, mostly because they just want to provide cloud services, really, if you think about it. But now that Google has officially come out and they released a press statement saying that they have partnered up with Coinbase and will be accepting crypto payments for services, I think that's pretty big. That's huge. This is no longer just offering cloud storage or cloud compute. This is actually accepting crypto. And who knows if they expand to Google Pay or the apps, the Google App Store, are they going to start accepting crypto? Could. So this is absolutely big. So good to see that. And Coinbase, Coinbase has been struggling recently. Their stock has been hit hard. Very, very, very hard. It would have been a much better decision to buy Bitcoin versus Coinbase stock in hindsight, if you look at it. But I kind of said that too. I mean, that Wall Street just keeps hammering on Coinbase. But this is very good news for them. And also, they beat out Binance and lands regulatory approval in Singapore. So they're like the only crypto company that got this. So I guess that's really good for them too. So they're not just a US-based exchange. They are trying to grow their presence overseas as well, which is good for them. Good for them. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin and crypto for the first time and you don't know where to get started, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on the best exchange guide. Within, you'll find a list of exchanges that I recommend and some that I use on a daily basis. Head over to CryptosRus.com or utilize the links in the description of this video.